Hey, Ben Atkins here with ScriptDoll, and today we're going to go through what we call the Workhorse. This is our sales letter template that is just something we use all the time, and it really gets the most use out of just about anything that we use in our arsenal. Okay, so as we go through it, you're going to see why. It's a nice general use template that you can use for just about anything that you put together, and you'll be able to sell it really, really well. So let's jump in, go through it, and we'll talk about why it works. All right, so at the beginning, are you still struggling to? And then main goal. So this is the main thing that they want to achieve, whether it would be make money on Facebook ads, start a business, potty train a puppy, whatever it may be. This is the thing that they're struggling to do, okay? So at this next portion, we're gonna actually talk about the experience level of the person that's writing the letter. So if you happen to be a professional dog trainer, that's what you'd put in there. So professional dog trainer reveals how to, and then give a specific end result. Train a puppy to pee outside in 4 days, something like that. Something very specific. It's got a time on it. We're not gonna actually put the time in the specific end result because we've got our time frame down here. So teach a puppy to pee outside would be what we've got, or, start a profitable small business in just time frame. Okay, so the difference between your specific end result and your main goal is the specific end result is going to be just, well, a little bit more specific. We're going to try to get into numbers or, something that's a little more of a qualifier than what you would put in the main goal. So you may want to make money online. All right, so this would be make money online would be your main goal, but something that is your specific end result, make $30,000 online in just 30 days. Okay, so there's a start there. All right, so then we've got main goal with a simple but revolutionary something. So main goal, make money online with a simple but revolutionary software or products, just whatever the type of product that it actually may be. All right, so trying to make money online isn't nearly as easy as they make it seem, is it? Or, potty train a puppy, whatever it may be, this is the area that you're gonna actually insert that. Stress has gotten the best of you. You have. And then we start talking about all the things that you've done that haven't worked. Tried to build a list, tried to run Google ads, tried to, spank the dog, whatever it may be. It's all these things that you've tried and gotten really frustrating results. So we actually call this out. Now, this first part of the letter, you're going to notice that we're really digging into the pain and talking about the thing that we can't achieve. Okay? And then we get into but there's good news. Hi there, my name is, whatever your name may be. And yes, I know exactly how you're feeling. These days I've managed to achieve quite a bit of success. I'm able to. And then you actually go through and you talk about some actual accomplishments that you had. Okay, so some things that you got done that were great and good, and you knocked out that after you figured out all this stuff that you, as the person writing the letter, because you figured this thing out or you got the software, whatever it may be, you're actually able to do. So this may be build a profitable email list, or, have a list of, raving subscribers, whatever it may be. This is the stuff you've been able to do as the writer of the letter because you have solved the problem that you're talking about up here. Okay, so let's keep going. So things definitely didn't start out this way. Now, this is where we start telling our actual story and get into it. Before I ever achieved a tiny taste of success, there were a lot of roadblocks. So many times I was ready to throw in the towel. When I first started out, and then you start listing a list of obstacles that you ran into that kept you from actually achieving the goal, okay? None of it worked out for me, and I just ended up ready to quit, thinking I would never be able to make money online, potty train a puppy to pee outside, whatever it may be that your main goal is. Of course, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Does any of this sound familiar? Now, all these flaws that are up here also get mentioned down here. You've tried to build an email list, but just resulted in, and this is the negative consequence that happened because you weren't able to actually do this flaw, okay? You weren't actually able to do what it was, and there was a flaw in your logic, which resulted in the consequence, okay? So you weren't able to build a list, or you ran Google ads, or you tried to run Google ads, which just resulted in a lot of spent money and frustration. Okay, so I know that's just a generic, awful example, but there you go. That's the idea, is you give them something that you tried and it was flawed, and because it wasn't that great, your consequence was that. Okay, so just before I was ready to give up, a stroke of luck changed everything. This is what we call the turn. This is where we explain how we're different than the person in the letter. Up to this point, we've been trying to bond with them and really say, we've been there, we've done that, we know right where you're at. This is where everything changes. You can only run into so many walls before you get so frustrated that the only option left seems to be quitting. I was just about at that point when and then we have a description of a change of events. So what happened that changed and put you in a different category? As soon as I discovered this, everything instantly got easier. With this amount of success, I knew I couldn't keep it on lockdown. And then we sort of kind of trail into, introducing our product. All right. So this right here is pretty much a reason as to we've become successful. Now, this is a reason as to why we're actually sharing this secret with everybody else. So introducing product name. Okay. And then we talk about the kind of product that it is and how it's going to help them achieve their goal in a certain time frame. Okay. So then we start talking about what this particular product will do for them. And we get into our features and our benefits. Our feature would be, a certain chapter in the book, and it's good for you because it teaches you how to do this. Okay. And then we actually give the value on it too. All right. So after we get done with the features and the benefits, which you can basically just type inside the ScriptDoll software and it inserts this stuff for you. After we do that, we get into a testimonial section. So this is more of a proof of concept, a social proof. Hey, it worked for me, but can it work for other people too? So testimonials, by the way, that's all optional. You can pull everything that's purple out and it would actually just play right into the next section. Okay? Yes, I'd love to get on that, but what's the catch? This is where we do kind of our price justifications. What else could they possibly do? Could they, sign up for coaching, and how expensive would that be? What are the things that they could do that would be an alternate solution to the problem? Okay, so that's what we cover there. After that, we've got our bonuses section. So if you have bonuses that are going to go with your product because it strengthens the product, all of this purple actually talks about the bonus, how it's helpful to the main product, and what the value is. If you don't have any bonuses, you can actually pull out all this purple section here, and the ScriptDoll software, obviously, if you check the right box, will do all of that for you so that it leads right into this stuff. Then we get into our scarcity. So why this is a limited offer, why they've only got a little bit of time. We go into our guarantee, which inside the ScriptDoll software, you put that in, and it would just insert all this stuff for you. And then we go through and we actually recap this. Now, the fun part of using the ScriptDoll software is if you have a product, feature number 1 was worth $1,000, feature number 2 is worth $3,000, and then your bonus is what they were worth monetarily. It will actually add all of these things up, and it will give you a total value in the copy here. So it actually does all that math for you. Okay, so that's what we've got. We're doing a recap here. We're recapping what the value is. As I said, the ScriptDoll software adds everything you put up, and it puts it together in total value. We've got our buy button, and then we've got our close. At the end, we have our famous PSs that you see all over the place. Now, how the PSs actually work, you have what we call an emotional close, and then you have a logical close. This first one is emotional. You could skip over this offer, but then you'll stay right where you are now. Man, that just hits you right in the gut. All right, start achieving the results you deserve. All very, very emotional stuff. The PPS is where it gets logical. Just remember, and then we remind them, you've only got 3 days to do this, or there's only 200 copies. But don't worry, you're protected by our money-back guarantee, so you can try it today. Guarantee is logical, so that's what we've got there. So really, really powerful tool here with our Workhorse sales letter. Inside of the ScriptDoll software, if you're using that, you fill out a few fields, and this letter pretty much gets written for you automatically. So everything that you need to put in there will get inserted into here automatically, and the letter will write itself. So that's what we got. And like I said, wanted to walk you through it so you can see this. Anything that you're selling online, anything that you're trying to get a phone call, whatever it may be, this is a nice way to actually write out in very big detail how to sell something in a great way. The reason the Workhorse is so powerful here is because psychologically the pacing at which it tells the story. And that's why this is something we use all the time, and now you can use it inside of the ScriptDoll software. All right, so there you go. I'm Ben Atkins with ScriptDoll. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helped you understand a little bit more about our sales letter template, which we call the Workhorse. All right, I'll talk with you soon.